What up, Junction Crew? It's your boy Prince. And yeah, we back with another one, for sure. This is part two. But part one, a time in Mexico. Phew, that was a beautiful resort, beautiful vacation, you know. And me and Aces, we was like, dang, we hate to leave so soon, but we got to go home and we got to, get back to normal life. But it was such a beautiful vacation, you know. So now we're getting ready to embark on, catching our flight to go back home. And we hoping that everything will be a breeze, you know, safe journeys and everything like that. But this is gonna be a very interesting video. So, but I don't want to foreshadow too much though. But let's hop into the video right now. Let's get this done.
This is probably the most challenging record you have ever put on your turntable.
Okay, Junction Crew, let's loop you in. So, part one ended with me saying goodbye, standing in the lobby. So this is where it picks up off of part one, leads into part two, which we're in the lobby enjoying breakfast and everything, and waiting for the shuttle to pick us up to take us to the airport. Now, without no further ado, let's continue. What up, Junction Crew? It's your boy Prince. Time is now June 5th at 5:24. My flight was supposed to leave at 1:19. All right. The first thing was it got canceled. The flight was, I think it was supposed to be at, let's see here. I think our flight was at 11. Yeah, originally our flight was 11 something. Then it got pushed back to 1 something, 1:19. But before I go more into this headache, can you see where I'm at? I'm at the Mexican airport, as you can see. And yeah, it's been a nightmare of a day. And I've been up since 4:50 a.m. 4:50 a.m. And the time is 5:25. 5:25 at a Mexican airport. Yeah, let's get into that. So, Yeah, let's go ahead and start this nightmare off, right? So, when we got dropped off, it was Sunday, and when we got dropped off on Sunday, they said, um, when we got dropped off on Sunday, the shuttle driver was like, "Hey, listen, when we pick you up on Wednesday, please make sure that you are there at the door at 6 o'clock. All right, make sure you're there at 6 o'clock, and make sure that you're 10 minutes early." All right. So then Aces called to check and to see if we need a confirmation or anything that he'll be there. And the guy was like on the phone, like, no, 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 I'll just make sure y'all show up and we'll be there for you. You know? All right. There's more on that issue, and I'll probably touch back on that later, or it might be a whole other video, because this situation is a full day's worth of headache. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So we get down, we wake up, and we just figuring, hey, let's go ahead and order some room service or whatever, because any breakfast spot is probably gonna be closed. So let's go ahead and get that international breakfast or whatever. You know what I'm saying, that the hotel provided. Well, yeah, room service and answer the phone. And then when you look for their prompt for their menu, nothing was there. Nothing came up at all. So we had to get up, and we got dressed. We made sure everything was packed up, got all of our stuff, and then we went downstairs. Time at that time was 5:45. Yeah, so it's 5:45. So then after that, at 5:45, we went downstairs, and we saw that there was a little breakfast there. So we ended up having, I had a coffee, which in Mexico is brewed very strong. Let me tell you, can't drink that coffee straight black, boy. Have hairs and eyes, everything popping out. So with that being said, we waited. So 5:45, we got downstairs. We had to be there 10 minutes before. Nobody came, nothing. So then the hotel staff was like, hey, listen, let's go ahead and make a phone call, and who's coming to pick you guys up? So we told them, it's the Mexico Travel Solution, MTS or something like that. So then they went ahead, and they was looking at their listing of all the pickups, and there was nothing for us. So we're like, whoa, what you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, they ain't have nothing for us. All right. So then, Aces is trying to dial a bunch, trying to reach somebody, trying to get a confirmation of when that shuttle might be coming in. And, yeah, no answer. No answer at all. Then I tried, and then my phone started acting crazy. Like, I couldn't make no phone calls or anything like that. And I'm like, what in the world is going on with this arrangement, But to no less, I probably made maybe 4 or 5 phone calls while Aces was trying to do her thing. Yeah, there's other people standing there too, But anyway. So, we waited, and it went from 5 to 5. It went from 5:30. 5 to 5:30, 6, nothing. The phone ain't been picked up on their end, and it was just like nothing. I'm seeing other people checking out, and they show up and everything like that, but nothing showed up for us. So then you only left with one option. I'm talking about, if that shuttle ain't coming for you, then you're gonna have to call a taxi. So we asked, how much is this taxi, right? Taxi is $87. Okay, $87. All right, so then we ended up catching that cab, because we was left with uncertainty. If there's nobody picking up the phone and nobody's giving you an update, the hotel has a list of people getting picked up, you're not on it, what is she gonna do? So we called a cab, all that jazz. We got to the hotel about we got to the airport around 8 something in the morning. Hold on 1 second. So we get to the airport. We do all the check-in and all that jazz. Probably got here like about what, 8 or 9 o'clock. Yeah, we got through everything about 9 o'clock or so, maybe. And then, so then after that, we decided, all right, let's get some eats or whatever. And mind you, yo, we paid like over what, 700 and something pesos. So in other words, just for me to get a sandwich, for her to get a pizza, for me to get a drink, and for her to get a drink, it costs 50 something dollars. You know what I'm saying? In American money, just to get you something to eat. Remember, that's insane. Like, you understand what I'm saying? With liquids or gels, containers of more than 3.4. So you got $87 for the cab ride. Then you got 50 something dollars for the food, mind you. And like I said, our flight was supposed to take off about 11 something, and it got delayed. So it got delayed from 11 something. Now it was like 1:19. So we like, all right, you know what I'm saying? As long as we're here, we about to go ahead and get ready to go. So then as we sitting there, next thing you know, we got a loud overhead page like, hey, listen, your gate got moved. Now you got to go from 61 all the way up to 56. So me and Ace gathered our belongings and all that, and we make our way over to to the new gate. Now in the interim of this, right? Okay, so now in the interim of that, Ace is like trying to get her money back from that shuttle, because that shuttle never showed. Remember, that's the whole reason why we had to get a cab in the first place, right? Hold on, let me put a pin in that, because let me rewind a little bit. Now, the cab got here, right? And told the guy, hey, listen, it came up to $87. We told him, hey, listen, we got 47 in cash, and we got 40 on the card, you know? So, 40, credito, you know? Solamente just credito, you know, 40, you know? And then en dinero, 47, you know? And I explained that to him. And he's like, oh, yeah. This dude went ahead and charged the card 47 twice and took the cash. So now we got to dispute that. See how it's starting to become a nightmare and it's trickling down? So the cab driver got over, which he didn't, because we're going to dispute those charges. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and erase that. But there was that. Then he never showed. So now where I put that pin at, now we're going to take that pin back out. And we're going to explain a little bit more. So now, we're waiting at our gate. Aces calls up and tries to say about the shuttle. So now with the shuttle, they said, oh, no, we can't refund you your money. We can't refund you your money. And Aces is like, what you talking about? And she was like, oh, yeah, we can't refund you your money because the shuttle did show up. Say what? The shuttle showed up. Okay, so if the shuttle showed up, then if you're running late, wouldn't you think, let me go ahead and call these guys or call the hotel to inform them, or email or something, letting them know that, hey, listen. Si cree que alguien ha alterado su equipaje o si se le acerca a un desconocido diciendo que trae algún objeto extraño, contacte de inmediato a un representante de la línea aérea o a la policía aeroportuaria. Todo el equipaje está sujeto a revisión. All right, so then when you leave like some type of confirmation or something saying, hey, listen, we're running late, or sorry we didn't get back to your phone calls, Asa has a time log of how many times she called. And I kid you not, it was about 12 times. And I called at least 4. So nobody was answering the phone at all. So then she went back and forth with the lady, and she was telling the lady, hey, listen, I understand that you have a receipt that your person showed up to the hotel, but he didn't get us because we had left, because you didn't let us know what was going on. One, you should compensate me for my time, good customer service, because y'all hit a foul ball, all right? Y'all didn't update us and let us know that y'all was coming.
So they going back and forth at it, and I'm like, first of all, good customer service is if y'all didn't update the client, y'all didn't update the passenger, and y'all have a shuttle run business, all right? That should be your first inkling. Like, hey, listen, we messed up on that. Anything that we could do to try to build, a relationship and try to keep our reputation up. That's something that I would do. But they weren't on that type of time. They kept trying to say we were right because he showed up, and whether you was there or not, we gonna keep our money because we're gonna keep the money because he showed up. Whether even though you were completely wrong, it didn't even give us an update. So Aces did it. So then Aces calls Expedia, and Expedia told Aces, hold on a second, let us go ahead and call and see what's going on and see what we can do about you getting your money back, because that's not right. Their practices ain't right. So then, in the interim of that, we called, and she called and or she waited or whatever for that phone call. We still waiting at the gates or whatever, waiting for if any information had changed or whatever.
Your attention, please. This is an important announcement. If you need ground transportation, please check at the clearly marked counters located at the baggage area and at the end of the hall. They are operated by authorized companies that warranty your security. For your security, do not allow any stranger or unidentified person to transport you to your final destination.
All right. So we're waiting for the gate information and everything like that. Time is creeping up a little bit. The Expedia calls back. They tell Aces, hey, listen, their banking department or whatever they call it, they can't at the time do anything because they're closed or whatever. So then we're gonna look into it and give us until Friday, and we'll let you know if anything transpires or whatever. We'll let you know. You should get your money back or whatever the case may be. So let's see how this ball starts trickling down. See how it's becoming a headache. So the shuttle never showed. Called a cab. They double charged you. Well, if you want to be technical, they triple charged you because they double charged you on the credit card. Then they took the cash. So that's 3 times charged on that one. Then after that, your flight got pushed back. Then you're waiting. So you paid what, $50 something for food. On top of that, all that. Then after that, you sitting there and you're like, okay, I'm getting ready to board this flight, because you look down, you see the airplane, and then you see all your stuff getting loaded onto the airplane. So you're like, cool, we about to go ahead and get on this flight. Everybody's like chilling, whatever the case may be. Then the grumbles start happening, right? And then you start hearing, oh snap, this flight might be delayed again. So then, me and Ace is just talking or whatever. And then she gets an email. And that email says, oh, your flight gonna be pushed like 2 something now. So I'm like, wait. So it was pushed at 11, pushed to 1, now pushed to 2. And what's the reason for all this? And you know what the reason they said? The reason is because they don't have a pilot. What? You don't have a pilot? How you don't have a pilot? So how'd the plane get there in the first place if you don't have a pilot? Riddle me that. So anyway, they don't have a pilot, but I see all the flight crew waiting to board the plane. So then that 2 something turns into 4 something. So now it's another freaking delay, right? I'm trying to stay calm. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel calmness in my spirit, but I feel my outside being completely enraged. I'm trying to keep Aces calm. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a very tense situation. Everybody around is all ticked off, about these constant pushbacks and delays. So now, people are getting on their plane, and you still waiting. And next thing you know, Ace will get this text saying it's gotten pushed back to 5. Dude, that's like, how many delays? 11, 1, 2, 4, 5. Come on now. And it stipulates in Frontier, it's just garbage. I never recommend anybody to do Frontier. Do not travel Frontier. Don't let those rates get you. All right? They crooks and they terrible. They service is terrible. They trash. I would never recommend, Frontier to nobody. First thing is they drop their bag weight to 40 pounds. Okay, so if you got a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, a couple or whatever, you probably gonna exceed that 40 pounds, So then you have to pay the fees. All right, so that's where they try to kill you at. All these different fees. It's $40. It's 40 pounds. They get you. If it's over that, they get you. They don't, any concierge service on the plane, they get you for that. Then if you have a carry-on bag or whatever that exceeds whatever that little stanchion sign is, if it exceeds that, that's like $100 at the gate. Now they're getting you. Now they're getting you all left and right. They're just getting off on you. Like I said, the people aren't hospitable, at all. Like I said, the people, they speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? And they act like they don't understand what you're saying, but they do. Trust me, they do. You know what I'm talking about? And but anyway, let's get off that. Now we're going right back to the story. So now, it's 5 something. We got now. It actually said that she checked her email again. They canceled the flight. Now Aces was kind of saying that they was gonna cancel the flight if they keep setting back, delay it like that. But I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm trying to keep the faith. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to keep hope alive. You know what I'm talking about? And then what she said actually transpired. They canceled the flight. And when I tell you everybody was in an uproar, everybody was in an uproar. Everybody was mad, including myself at the time. You know what I'm talking about? And so we get up to the desk and we asked the dude, so what can you do for us? Y'all canceled the flight or whatever because y'all ain't had no pilot. He gonna say, there's nothing that we can do for you, sir. So what you mean there's nothing you can do? There's nothing that you could do. We're not going to give you no hotel. We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do no refunds. We're not gonna do. All we can do is rebook your flight. That's all they can say that they can do. And then I questioned them on that because on your website it clearly says there's 2 stipulations where they can't refund you your money. 1, if it's weather related, and 2 is if it's weather related or if it's an unforeseeable situation, right? But if you don't have a flight crew, that's not unforeseeable. That's a flight crew issue. That's on your end. Therefore, you need to compensate us and give us our refund. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to bend around the bush. It clearly states it. And it clearly states in your email that it was a flight crew situation to the reason why. It wasn't unforeseeable of nothing like that, and it wasn't definitely weather related. The guy tried to lie in my face talking about it's weather related, so that's why you can't get a refund. We can only rebook your flight for the next day. I said, so what time is the next day? The original time that the flight was supposed to be today, 11 something in the morning. What? So wait, there's no hotel. That means I'm stuck here. And it's a hassle. I don't know if you ever been to Mexico, but let me tell you something. It's a hassle, all right? Not only that we have to wait till a plane finished boarding that was ahead of us, that took the plane that we were supposed to be on, not only did that transpire, but we had to wait till they finished for that crew to lift off. We had to wait for them to leave, for them to turn around and give us information about what can we do to retrieve our bags. Everybody's heated. And then come to find out there was a couple that was at the airport since Monday with an infant and everything like that. Talking about they couldn't leave Mexico either. They kept getting stuck here. Their flight kept getting canceled. And I'm like, that was on Monday. Here it is Wednesday. And I'm like, I'll be darned if that happened to me. So I'm looking at all the different flights to get up out of Mexico. And for one person alone, they want 4 for a person, or for 2 people, like $800 and something. Like, they bugging. And you can't get that refund if you go with another flight. So now you're going to have to fight that. You gotta eat that situation. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and fight that. So we're gonna get that money back, you know, or at another date. But right now we need to figure out what's feasible. All these fees are starting to come up. You have to eat. You got to find a hotel. You have to pay for a taxi. You're gonna have to pay for a shuttle, whatever the case may be. And all these fees are coming up that's not expected at all. When you come to a vacation, you have a certain amount of money, but then all the stuff is eating that extra money that you had. Pac-Man style. All the way through. So this is really getting ridiculous.
Access is not permitted with liquids or gels in containers of more than 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters at the security checkpoint.
All right. So the reason why I say come to a Mexican airport is difficult is because once they told us what we had to do, we had to first we had to go get our bag. So we had to go through customs. They had to take our passport, check our passport. The lady was rude as hell. Sorry, excuse my language. She was rude. And she was like, take your passport out of the book. Just leave them there for me. I'll get to it. Then she take a look at it or whatever, and then she put it back on the desk and said, you're good to go. And I'm like, whoa, this lady tripping, you know what I'm saying? But I can't afford to get locked up, you feel me? So I was like, all right. So then me and Aces, we proceed to grab our bag from off the carousel. Then after that, when you think that's all said and done, no. When you think that's all said and done, now you got to take your bag and you have to run it through another X-ray. So they take your bag, they run it through another X-ray. Then you finally get to leave, but once you go out through the door, you can't re-entry. You can't go back into the baggage claim area. You have to go out. And once you go out, that's when it's the floodgates of, you need a taxi, you need a taxi, you need a taxi. Where you going? You need a taxi, you need a cab, you need a cab. Low prices, miss, sir. Can we get you? No, nah. And you got to hear just all that. No, I'm good. No, I don't want to hear it. No, all that type of junk. Because that's all they keep asking, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you look around town, and you see their way of life. Like, this is a hustle for them, being a cab driver and trying to make a living off these things. But then some of them are sketchy as I don't know what. Because they'll say that, you catch a cab, and you think it's taking you to a hotel, and the next thing you know, you can get abducted or all these different things. So you got to be super careful, you know what I'm talking about, when you're trying to get a taxi or whatever the case may be. If you can't get a shuttle directly from the hotel, I wouldn't recommend, just taking a random taxi out here. If you've seen the movie Taken, you know what I'm talking about. But so we go out and we pass through all the bombardments of people asking us if we need a cab or a shuttle, and then it's hot outside. The humidity is ridiculous. It's like definitely 91, feels like 102. It's hot. So I'm looking and I realized like everything is fenced up with barbed wire and all that. So it's hard for you to try to get around to the front of the building. So you can re-entry and try to rebook your tickets or whatever for the next day. So then we sitting there, we like, what? So then we asked the guy, he finally told us the right thing to do. So he told us,
Si cree que alguien ha alterado su equipaje o si se le acerca a algún desconocido diciendo que trae algún objeto extraño, contacte de inmediato a un representante de la línea aérea o a la policía aeroportuaria. Todo el equipaje está sujeto a revisión.
All right. So now he gave us the right information. We ended up making our way back into the building, and we ended up speaking to one of the Frontier reps. And it's funny as I don't know what, because they got a sign up there saying there's an agent fee. Like, if you want to speak to one agent, you're going to have to pay a fee for it. We're like, yeah, all right, we're paying nothing. Spoke to the lady. She was just like, I said, sir, we looked around, and like I said, you can't reissue.
Aviation security. Do not leave your luggage unattended at any time. Do not transport any item for someone you do not know. If you believe that someone has tampered with your luggage, or if a stranger approaches you without carrying a foreign object, contact an airline representative or the airport police immediately. All check and carry-on luggage is subject to search.
So with that being said, she reissued us, like rebooked us for the next flight for the next day. And from there, it's like, okay, we gotta try to get a hotel or whatever. Because staying at the airport all day just ain't even feasible. I was thinking about that, trying to cut fees and all that, but it's just not feasible. But I'm trying to work that out now about trying to get this hotel thing going. Now, if that's not enough of a nightmare, I don't know what is, right?
Atención, por favor. Este es un anuncio importante. Si usted necesita transportación terrestre, acuda a los números claramente marcados y ubicados en la sala de reclamo de equipaje o al final del pasillo de salida, operados por compañías debidamente autorizadas que garantizan su seguridad. Por su seguridad, no permita que personas desconocidas o sin identificar o transporten su destino.
The next time that you can re-enter the airport to go upstairs to get food and all that, 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning. And the only thing that's here to eat outside this lobby right here, which is right there, Starbucks. Yeah, right there. That's the only thing that you can get in this lobby. There's no other food here, just the Starbucks. That's messed up.
Your attention, please.
This is a nightmare beyond belief. And the messed up thing about this is my first vacation. My first real vacation out of the country. And I get jammed up like this. It's ridiculous. Super ridiculous, man. And the thing about it was like I kind of really like I never really had a vacation. You know, I always like work all the time. Like I'll have mad PTO days and things like that of that nature. And I never take advantage of it, never. I just stay on a home vacation every single time. Everybody like, oh, I done went this place, that place, and over here, and then went to this and that third. And I'm like, I kind of got envious after a while because I really wanted to go on vacation, but I never did. You know, always something financially came up, and I was just not able to go on a vacation.
Attention, please. Free shuttles to all terminals and to the Mara train station. Depart from outside this terminal building. Please check schedules at the bus stop. Atención, por favor. La transportación gratuita, interterminales y a la estación del tren Maya. Salen fuera de esta terminal. Por favor, cheque los horarios en la parada del autobús.
You know what happens when you don't go on a vacation and everybody else do? You start resenting them a little bit. Like, dang, why you get to go on vacation? I can't. I guess resent is the wrong word. It's a little bit of that mixed with a little jealousy and all that because you really want to go on vacation too, but you can't because things came up. You know, real life situations came up. So this one time I was like, you know what? I'm definitely gonna go on a vacation and get some of this work stress off of me for years and years of work stress. Because you know you don't get no real vacation. You start taking it out on people. You don't mean to do it, but you're not running away from stress. You know. My first vacation, and I gotta deal with all this. Am I mad? Oh, you just don't know it. But it's composure. Like I'm trying to compose myself as I'm talking to y'all crew. But yeah, I'm beyond ticked. You know what I'm talking about? Really, really. But I'm trying to see how the rest of this day goes, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully, you know, I can get this happy ending, you know, in the sense of like give me a hotel for the night if it ain't crazy booked up, because that's one of the things right now I'm trying to work on. So whether the situation is booked up or trying to make sure I find a reliable source of transportation to get to where I gotta go, and definitely to be back here on time to the airport on time, so that way I can you know, get through the lines and get through everything. And I'm praying and I'm hoping that tomorrow I can go back home and not be stuck here, because I don't want to have 2-3 layovers like my man, his family did, because that's just beyond me. That's just ridiculous. Like, you know what I'm talking about? And then they know that you can't get a flight the same day. So all the airliners capitalize on that and raise their ticket prices astronomical, you know? Because I looked at the following dates after, like tomorrow, and everything is low. Everything tomorrow is like $200 a person. But they know that if you can't get something today, those late flights, they was like, oh yeah, we're gonna jack it through the roof to go ahead and get you. You want that? How bad do you want it? You know, do you want to get those tickets worth $400 a person? You know, and then you gotta keep in mind all those associated fees and all that. Like, nah. So, crew, I'm hoping that tomorrow can be a better day. I'm hoping that tonight can finish off better. I can get me a place to, lay my head or whatever. And I'm hoping and praying I can just get home. But I will keep you tuned. I will definitely keep you guys in tune with what's going on. My words is all messed up because I'm mad right now. So don't make fun of me. All right. We'll see what happens.
What up, Junction Crew? So listen, as I'm giving you guys the breakdown and everything like that, Aces is in the background talking to her sisters about what transpired on this crazy day, from beginning all the way up to now, and all the misfortunes and the unexpected expenses that we had to come out of pocket for, and what our decisions is going to be. Are we going to stay at the airport all night to try to cut costs, and because we don't know if we might get delayed again the next day, so we need to try to save what we can, and or pay for food or whatever the case may be, what it may transpire to, the next day. We just don't know. And in the video, the first one, I stated that if you stay true to yourself and walk with faith, that doors will open. And I said that in the last video. And it came full circle in this video because the man upstairs made a way for us. He made a way out of no way. And we just thank him for his mercy, And what I'm talking about is we didn't know what we were going to do. But Aces was talking to her sisters, and both her sisters came through for us and found a hotel for us. And that is the man upstairs working through people to make things happen. And I want to thank Tiffany and I want to thank Charlie for the coming through for us. There were so many flights that was canceled, besides ours, and there was Dallas and so forth. And so, you can pretty much imagine that all the hotels within the area was pretty much going to get full. They were all about to get all booked up. So I thank the man upstairs for his mercy. And I thank Charlie and Tiffany again for helping out and, letting us know that, in our time of need, that there is people, genuine people that'll help you out. They didn't have to do that. And I'm just so appreciative that they heard what was going on and was just willing to help. So thank you to those two and everybody involved, and just so appreciative for good people. So we're about to get ready to go to this hotel. Yeah, let's keep it going.
Right now we're outside of arrivals, and we're hoping that the shuttle gets here from the hotel to take us there, and hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. We're praying on that. So stick around and hopefully we'll, pray for us and that some good news will happen. Please. I need it. It's been a long day. Good morning, Junction Crew. It's your boy Prince. This is Thursday, June 6th. You already know about the old ordeal yesterday, Wednesday, June 5th. Concluded with us going to the hotel and trying to do this thing all over again, trying to get home safe, man. So, what time is it? 7:13. So, I'm praying that we get to go home safe. And I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna hug my bed with so much love and regards, let me tell you. But, yeah, just checking in with you guys, letting you know what's going on. Hopefully we get to go home today. Flight scheduled for 11. It's the same thing as it was yesterday. So I ain't trying to think about nothing negative. I'm trying to think about everything positive. All right, y'all.
At 8 o'clock, we just start checking our bag.
Thank goodness, man, we are boarding this plane right now. We are going back home. Oh, man. So now my next prayer is praying that we land safely back home. It's been a long, tiring process, man. But I'll let you know when we touch down.
Yes. So happy to be back in the States. Special shout out to Jill. Jill's a good friend, of Aces, and so appreciative that she's taking time out of her busy schedule to drop us off at the crib. She has a catering business and it's doing very well. And I definitely give her, best regards. May it continue to thrive and do well. She's a really cool person. And I hope her and her significant other, they just continue to thrive in life, Definitely special shout outs to her. And I kind of at a loss for words throughout this whole thing. My first vacation, and it just went like this. I had really high expectations to do well, for everything to be well, and to endure all this. I'm very discouraged about going on another vacation. I don't even want to hear the word vacation unless it's stay home in front of vacation, because this has just been a whirlwind of just headache. And I don't know, I probably just need some time to just sort all this stuff out and find a rationale, about future vacations. But as of now, I'm definitely don't want to go on another vacation for a while. Just stating that out there. But you never know what the man upstairs has in store or what opportunities present itself. So, yeah. What's going on, Junction Crew? It's your boy Prince, and I'm just giving you an update. I know some of you guys are probably wondering what transpired as far as the shuttle service and airline and what happened with that whole thing. So I'm just going to give you a little update, right? So let's start off with the shuttle service. The shuttle service, Mexico Travel Solutions. The first thing on that is the moral of the story with that is check the reviews of your shuttle service. If we would have done that, I assure you, we probably would have set up a shuttle pickup from the resort, because the Mexico Travel Solutions, MTS, their thing was like 3 stars, and it was countless of different customers having the same bad experience, if not worse. So the moral story is for us to know on a future travel endeavor is to make sure that we check the reviews of our shuttle service pickup. All right. Then on top of that, what ACES was trying to talk to the representative of Mexico Travel Solutions, they ended up when ACES wasn't getting the resolution that she needed, and wanted to speak to someone of higher authority, the representative of Mexico Travel Solutions hung up in her face. And I was like, man, that's very disrespectful. I mean, I understand that you said that your driver arrived and you got proof of receipt that your driver arrived and everything like that. But then, you're not hearing us out as a customer because we didn't get no updates, no phone calls or anything, giving us an update of, hey, listen, your driver was arriving a little bit late and let us, still stay at the resort and everything because they're still coming to come pick us up. There's no level of uncertainty. Like, you left us with uncertainty, and, at the end of the day, we should be compensated for our time because you didn't do your due diligence as a company to reach out to the customer and let us know that there was lateness on their end, and they apologize, but someone will be there. You didn't do none of that. All you kept selling ACES is that, we sent the driver, you guys didn't show up, so we get to keep the money. So with that being said, Expedia, they didn't do any help at all. In the sense of, they said, hey, listen, we touched base with them and they said that they had a no refund policy. And so we have to stand firm on the fact that they're a no refund policy for that shuttle service. We're sorry for, we're sorry for that, and they sent us a letter saying, Expedia saying that they were sorry for that. But, we can't help you as far as that. I think that's really pathetic, because you will want to have returning customers. want to book other trips through Expedia. So if that company was acting goofy and they talking about this no return policy, then I would think that you, hearing what we went through, would probably want to figure out, hey, listen, we don't want to lose your business. We definitely want to continue doing business with you. Let's see what we can offer. They didn't want to do none of that. They just said in a letter, in a politely written letter, forget you. We can't help you. They said non-refund, and we have to stand on that. I think that's really messed up about Expedia and the Mexico travel service. Mexico Travel Solutions. Yeah, so if you ever plan on going on a trip to Cancun or whatever, Expedia, be leery about them for sure. And definitely do not book with Mexico Travel Solutions. Find a resort that has shuttle service and arrange with the resort. Just saying, that's the moral of the story for that. Now, as far as Frontier is concerned, now that's a funny thing. Frontier didn't want to do a refund of the hotel or the food compensation or anything that we had to spend excess on because of their pilot situation, that there was no pilot. So Frontier didn't want to compensate for, like I said, the hotel rental or the food or anything like that. But what they did say out of hearing the whole situation is that they'll give Aces a $200 credit on future travel and me $100 future credit. And I told Aces that I do not want to travel again with Frontier, never again. You know what I'm saying? That definitely was the final frontier for me. I will never take Frontier for nothing. I don't care how much extra I'd have to pay for a premier service of airliner. I will definitely pay for that, Delta or American or whatever. I'll pay whatever I have to pay, but I refuse to do Frontier. So you giving me $100 credit towards a future travel. I'm not future traveling with you at all. Like, that's a done deal, and I just find that funny that you only get basically combine a $300 credit when we went through all we went through, and y'all couldn't come up better than that. I will never fly Frontier, and I will never use Mexico Travel Solutions. And that's just a review of those three companies rather, because Expedia is, like I said, they didn't do all they could to help. They just acted like, hey, listen, anyway, I'm not going to go back into that. But that's just some of the things I recommend, folks. Check out the reviews and see if you can get a shuttle from the actual resort. Book that. And, some resorts may offer a package where you might be able to become a member and you might be able to book with them and really good rates. If you have the means to do that, then I probably would recommend booking directly through the resort, because Expedia was trash to us. They weren't helpful. They weren't helpful at all. And like I said, so that's just how I feel. That's the update. And I'm just so glad to be back home. Thank God. That's the end of the video. Peace. You've reached the home stretch. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. If you love the content, well, hit the subscribe button and the bell to stay up to date with brand new content, for sure. Till next time, later.